Hey everyone, it's me, Teresa Perrin. I wanted to discuss HUT with you. Ticker H as in Hilo, U as in uniform, T as in tango. Guys, I don't know if you realized it or not today, but the crypto mining companies were going parabolic with very nice runs to the upside. Mara and Riot were definitely leading the race, but HUT was also looking very, very good. And I wanted to bring this to your attention because, interestingly enough, my scanner was going off a lot of the day with both Mara and Riot. And it was funny because it was alternating between the two at most times, but it never mentioned HUT. And I definitely think HUT is worth the mention. So I'm going to bring it to you, but I'm also going to tell you if HUT isn't your cup of tea, I highly suggest that you look at Mara and Riot. And if you go back into my videos that I've done, guys, I have done at least one video that mentioned a bunch of different crypto mining stocks because, guys, they tend to run in rallies. And this has happened previously. And I did very, very well with Mara. This time around, I'm taking a break from Mara and I'm actually playing Riot and HUT. However, if you go and you find that video, guys, I suggest you watch it because it lists at least 7 up to maybe 10, but I think it's around 7 different crypto mining companies, and they should all be at least on a watch list for you. And maybe you want to rotate between certain ones, however you choose to do it. But anyways, let's get into the video. Let's talk about HUT and see why it is that I'm bullish. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. And if you could, just hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, so HUT 8 mining. This is today's daily chart. As you can see, it was up 27.5 cents or 15.11%. It is down slightly in the after hours to like a negative 0.72. It's down approximately 1.5 cents. I think it may have fallen down a little bit lower as well. But guys, that's okay. I have a feeling what it's going to do, and unfortunately you can't see lines on this chart, but I feel like the 13 is going to dip under that 48 and tomorrow come back up and continue this run as long as the market's bullish and crypto is bullish. HUT tends to follow Bitcoin, but also interestingly enough today, Bitcoin's up currently, but when this was running at times, Bitcoin was actually down on the day, which I found extremely interesting. So something to be mindful of. I think what we're seeing in the market overall, guys, is that shorts are starting to cover that haven't already. I think they did initially cover a little, like back in July or August, but then towards the end of August, they quickly dumped the market again with a SPY. They doubled down on those shorts or they re-entered them. But now with the SPY running back up and testing that $400 level, guys, they're starting to get nervous again, and that's what we're seeing is them covering those short positions that they re-entered. So it's like I always say, it's a race. Once one short starts to cover, they all tend to try to race to get it done. So we could see some very nice runs in these crypto miners. At any rate, let's look at the 1-year chart because we are currently down 78.82% on the year, or $7.74, which is why I think this is worthy of your attention because it's very cheap, so you can get a good amount of shares. It does tend to run parallel with Mara and Riot, and in fact, sometimes even a higher percent just because it's less expensive. So, for your money, you can get a heck of a lot of shares, and it can give you a good return fairly quickly. So if we take a look today, Seeking Alpha, the only article that I could find that was out today was regarding the percentage of gainers. So Mara had the lead at the time that this was published with 8% and HUT 6%, but as you can see, that changed, and that must have been a lot earlier in the day because it just continued ripping. I just also, oops, sorry, wrong slide, wanted to bring to your attention the size of the free float. There is 175.48 million shares in the free float. So it is fairly large. The 52-week low is $1.27 and the 52-week high is $16.57, which is even more bullish than how much we're down on the year, right? Because that would be under $10, and this is a 52-week high of $16.57, which is quite a bit of difference. You could 8x your money at this price, essentially. Just slightly under, but you get the point. The average volume in the past 3 months is 12.96 million shares, guys. And today, the volume was actually slightly less than normal, 12.12 million. And I think the reason for that is because you're not seeing shorts continue to short at this point. So the volume that we're getting, I would like to think, is mostly longs entering or shorts covering. Now, as far as rankings from analysts, we have 6 analysts that have rated it. And as you can see from the chart, it is given a buy, 2 gave it a strong buy, 3 gave it a buy, and 1 gave it a hold. So nobody's telling you to sell, which is very bullish. And we're currently under even the lowest analyst rating of $3.04. The average is $4.57 and the high is $8.38. And we all know it almost doubled this high at the 52-week high, right? So I think there's, like I said, a ton of room to run in this, which is why I am bringing it to you, and I'm very bullish. Let's look at what Fintel tells us. So according to Fintel, there is only a 6.98% short interest with 1.44 days to cover. Guys, this is still enough in a stock with this, 145 million shares to have such a high number of short interest is enough to make this stock run if it wants to, as you can see from today. So, and also with that brings a lot of FOMO buying as well. So the off exchange short dark pool volume today was 53.96%. And there's 750,000 shares still available to short should they want to short it. And I apologize. I think I redid that screen and didn't realize it, but there was 11.7% cost to borrow if people still want to borrow shares to short, which I don't think they are currently, but who knows? This market's wacky. It could change on a dime. The short volume ratio is 53.96% today, guys, and it tends to run in the high 40s, low 50s. This actually is the highest it's been in the past couple weeks, and 40.16 is the lowest. Let's see if there's any failure to delivers. And guys, today they had to cover 4,405 FTDs, and tomorrow they only have 634 due. But look at next week. 288,000, 107,000, 285,000, 178,000, 363,000. Now, guys, just because they're due on these days doesn't mean they can't cover it early, right? So hopefully, since they bought these at a lot higher prices, they may have already started to cover this or could be doing that today or tomorrow, whatever, because their goal is to try to cover it cheaper, right? So anyways, that's what I got for you. And I think that HUT is looking very good. The chart is extremely bullish. I expect it to continue to run tomorrow. The only thing is it does have weekly options. And guys, we all know what Fridays can bring in the market. So I am bullish, but hesitantly bullish, just being that it's Friday, except the Max Pain I did check out, guys, and it is at $2. So I think their goal is going to be to try to just keep this under $2.50 tomorrow. I still think it has room to run. And if they get it over $2.50, then it will run higher because, they will have to then hedge for those contracts that went in the money. So anyways, thank you so much for watching and have a great night.